Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more Skyrim. Well, it has been quite the adventure. Let me ask you the question that burns most in my heart. Did I fool ya? Were you surprised? I can't wait to see the comments. Oh, that was so much fun to do. And I had to keep that secret for months. Only 2 people knew. One was my friend Stu, the couchwear. And if you are not yet following him, I highly recommend it. He's a fellow Skyrim role player, and he helped me kind of talk through it. And in fact, we both shared our stories for series that are now in production on his channel. His series is called The 5 Fables, and Kinlen's story here on my channel. So he knew and helped me a bit with working out the kinks, and my husband, of course, knew. And that's it. I have been working on this secret for about 6 months, and it has been so much fun. So let's talk for a while, and then we'll get into what Kinlen's going to be doing today in her cozy little place. We're here in Solitude. So first of all, let me show you Kinlen full on. Let's see, kind of turn her around like this. And then how do I do this again? Yeah, that's how. Okay, so this is Kinlen in front of the fire. You can see that she still has a very manly way of moving and holding her arms. That's because she's been a dual swordswoman for a long time, and as you can see, she has to hold her arms out to keep them from hitting the swords. And I think after enough times of hitting those swords with your elbow, you learn to walk a bit as Kinlen does. Kinlen is similar in ways to Cayman in that she is still dual I always want to say dual swording, dual wielding, except Cayman kept his on his back, which is part of her character portrayal of him. And her natural way is to have them on her side here. We'll show you what she looks like when she takes them out. Boom. And when she puts them back, it's pretty neat. Wah! Complete with noise. Complete with swishing through the air noise. Let's do that one more time. It's so cool. There's her swords ready to go. And... isn't that cool? Anyway. A little tip for you. I am using the mod called Show Race Menu. And this tip is really important if you want to do something similar with your character. It has, if you're also using a custom skeleton, which you'll have to be using in order to have dual swords show up like that, you'll need to use a custom skeleton. The one that is most often used is one called the XPMSE skeleton. Very popular on Nexus. But one of the neat things that it does here is that it, let's zoom out so you can see, it allows you to actually move your weapons around. So, for example, let's go over here to sword left and right, for example. So if I move this, you can see the sword right there. See it? It's very hard to miss. But yeah, that allows you to actually move the sword on the character's body. You can then save that as a preset. So I spent some time, which took a little bit of time because I'm finicky about it, to get the swords to show up on her body exactly the way I wanted them to. That's also very helpful for anything you have that is showing up in the body, your mace, your shield, your dagger, anything like that. So it's really neat. Let me show you what Kinlen's wearing. One of the most difficult things with setting up Kinlen to portray Cayman is I had to find armor that a female could wear that didn't make her look like a female. So no boob plate, for example. That was really hard and took a lot of searching. But I eventually found the right armor. And it also had to be armor that looked kind of stormcloaky. So I despaired for a while as to whether I was going to be able to do that. But I did find, finally, some armor. Kinlen has happily given all of her old Stormcloak armor. She tossed it in a pile on her father's bed in the castle here in Solitude. So she no longer has that in her inventory. What she's wearing right now for her town outfit is and you'll be able to see all of this in my mods list, which I can now show you. Several people asked me for my mods list, but I couldn't show it to you because it had mods in it that would have given away what I was up to, such as mods that changed Kinlen's walk to a male walk, mods that silenced her voice, and some of you still guessed because some of her voice yells got through in the first couple of episodes before I found a way to silence them. So I had to just make up a big old fat lie. Unfortunately, for the last 12 episodes, I've been lying to you. I'm sorry. It was for a good cause, I swear. You guys kept asking to see Cayman's face, and I was like, I had no idea. That surprised me how many people would want to see the character's face. I thought I'd be asked a couple times, but I got asked numerous times. Why? Let's see Cayman's face. So I had to just lie and say things like I forgot, or I'll show you an upcoming episode, things like that. Anyway, she's wearing some light armor right now. Even though she's a heavy armor character, she's in Solitude right now, kind of relaxing at home, as it were. So she's just wearing some light armor. She has actually on order, and we'll go and check that out. She has on order some heavy armor, a beautiful heavy armor set. And when I say on order, I'm using honed metal, and she has actually ordered that armor to be made by Biren. And it should, a courier will come and let her know that it's ready when it's ready. So these long boots, she's got some trousers on underneath those long boots. She's got this great plate cuirass. This is from ZZJ. ZZJ's wardrobe, I believe it's called. Anyway, that's on the mod list, and the link is in the description. And she's got a nice scarf here, that red scarf you see on her shoulder. She's got a little ring here that I just like the way it looks, so I put it on her. Its effects aren't very useful for her character type, but until I find a better ring, then she'll wear that. And she has this belt strapped around her leg and thigh, which is really cool. I roleplay as if that's her latest orders from the general. She's also wearing an amulet as well, too. So she'll play the same way as Cayman does. She will still be dual-wielding and doing the same stuff as well, too. So let's see where she is. Part of the deal of the general asking for her help was to give her a place to stay so she wouldn't have to sleep with the recruits. And so he commissioned to have a little tiny apartment made for her. It's just perfect for her. This is also a mod. Oh, I forget the name of it. Something. Anyway, it's on the mod list, and I thank the modders so much. And then I will look it up in between episodes. But I wanted something for her that gave her some privacy, was simple, and has a little weapon rack here, and then she just climbs up into the loft. Ah, of course, it's called Solitude Tower Loft, is what it's called. And I thank the modder vociferously for this mod, because there aren't a lot of mods for houses within Solitude. So I once again, I despaired a little bit before stumbling upon this mod, because I really wanted her to sleep in Solitude and very near to the general, her commander. So now we're heading out to a open area here. And she will be going, Maik and Scout, her dog, are making their way to Solitude. As you can see in the last couple episodes, she had to make her way quickly to finish her task. I'm being a little bit vague in case you haven't watched that episode yet, but if you haven't, why are you watching them out of order? Go back and watch them so you can be surprised like everybody else was. Or at least I hope you were. Kinlen has been in Solitude for about a week now. You can see her walk. She's just sort of... She's not manly by any means. She's definitely very feminine, but she's got a warrior woman walk. So this is where she can go as far as she can go, up to the windmill. Isn't that cool? The windmill. There's actually 2 windmills there, and it's because of Skyfalls and Sky Mills. And I don't know if it's supposed to be that way, but it looks cool, so I'm not going to change it. Now we'll go out of the other side of the apartment and head back and show you what Kinlen has discovered as far in her travels in Solitude so far. We will be continuing on with the Civil War questline and doing a few other things as well too to flesh out the playthrough. I have several ideas in mind. I'm going to keep them to myself until they come into the playthrough. So, but the first thing we're going to do after we have taken our tour is go and pick up our companions, Mike and Scout. All right, so here we are, the top of Solitude. I like my character being in Solitude. I have just one problem, and I wonder if you have this problem too. When I look in a certain direction, in this direction, right down Solitude, I get terrible frames. Right now it's sitting when recording at about 23 frames, which is dismal. So, and I cannot figure out what is causing the frame drop right there. So I ask you if you know, or if you have the same problem. I know being in cities sometimes in Skyrim, there's just frame drops that are unavoidable. So maybe that's one of them. Like, for example, if you're at the top of Dragon's Reach, looking down into Whiterun, at the top of the stairs there, the frames for, are just notoriously bad there, and most people get 30, 35 at the most. If you get more right there at the very top of the stairs looking down, I'd like to know what your secret is. Okay, so let's go this way. Each morning, Kinlen comes out and looks over the courtyard and watches the soldiers practicing. She's met a few people in Solitude, but for the most part, she's been resting, recovering from a cold as well, from being in the Sea of Ghosts and freezing her poor tail off. But she likes to look over Solitude. So looking down the way here, I'm getting about 32 frames when recording. Frames are much higher when not recording. I have not yet found a way to... I have never found a recording program that doesn't eat at least 5 frames the minute you start recording. All right, and then over here is the chapel. And back around this way, and you can see the chapel courtyard here. As we play Kinlen, as always, I will reveal more of her history and story to you. You have heard already that Kinlen is as same as her backstory with Cayman. What Kinlen decided to do, knowing that she was going to have to play a different character to herself, she was going to have to basically take on a persona, she decided to make it simple by making the character from the same place that she was from. But the difference is that Kinlen was not a farm girl. Cayman was a farm boy, simple farm boy. Kinlen was not. Kinlen was raised in a priory in Bruma by an old friend of General Tullius's, who trained Kinlen for years in the art of swordsplay and swordsmanship. Kinlen was born in the Imperial city. These are the Thalmor headquarters. Kinlen is not very fond of the Thalmor, but is polite and respectful to them. Here's a nice little overlook here. And as you saw, Cayman enjoys a good pipe. That was not a persona. Kinlen also loves her pipe and will sit down and enjoy it. Let's see, trying to remember, is that pipe smoking a power? No. Or is it a spell? I'm trying to remember what I set the pipe smoking to be to. Not even close. There we go. Just a minute. Well, I go over here to AH hotkeys and see if I still have that. Yep. Pipe number 7. Is that a spell? Oh no, it isn't. I remember now. So we have to go in to our pipe here, I think. Where's our pipe? Is it filled? Ah, filled long pipe. So I need to make sure over here. Pardon me for this, but I like to show you some of what I do, how I have mods set up, because I find that fascinating to see how other people have that. Ah, here we go. This is why. Let's have this. Yep, it's set to potions. So I will see. My apologies for this, how long this is taking, but I'm just trying to find this potion in here. When you're using this, this is called AH hotkeys, and I really enjoy it a great deal. It's more complicated as far as setting up than more hotkeys please, which is what I've been using for some years. But I wanted to try this out, see if I could. Ah, here we go, filled long pipe. So hopefully that should set it up here. But I wanted to try it out. It had a few features that were really helpful, but it's pretty complicated as far as taking the time to learn it. It's taking me a while to learn it, but it's been very helpful so far. So anyway, let's see. There she goes. Yep. So she has always enjoyed a good pipe. Her mentor's name is Brother Isan Ramen, and he is actually I guess I would say great-grandson of a priest, a priestess, I should say, in Bruma that was in Oblivion. So if you know that priest or remember that priest, let me know in the comments. So Kinlen every morning comes out, has a bit of a smoke of her pipe, a write in her journal, and she's been here, like I said, about a week. And she recently received a message that Maik is ready to join her and has brought Scout to her side. The first task that she has to complete for her father is to take a message to the Jarl of Whiterun. She and General Tullius have an agreement that while he is giving her official duties, he will treat her the same as every soldier, so you will see him talk to her the same way that he would talk to anyone else who he was giving orders to. But privately, he will come up and visit her in the evenings, and they will enjoy a pipe together. We're going to get dizzy coming down these stairs and head out into Solitude. I wonder if he's made it to the, Oh! Mike! Mike! Hello, Mike.
You ready to get going?
I am. It's good to see you.
Khajiit walks in your footsteps.
As I would expect, no less. I'm glad you made it. Scout! Scout, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. Here, have a treat. Excellent. All right. So, our companions are back with us. Let's see here. Yes! Perfect. Mike, you'll be staying, as you requested, in the quarters with the men. I know that you would enjoy their company in the evenings, and Scout will stay with me at bed at night. So, let's see. Let's take a little walk around Solitude. And take a look at our, what we have to do here for our pack and our next bit of the trip. She has 5,000 gold. If she runs low on gold, she can ask her father, of course. But she's pretty set on things. But she wants to make some potions, or have some potions made for her. So we'll do that first. I believe we have the ingredients for it. Yes, we do. And then we'll also put some things like these dragon claws and whatnot away. And also, we have to head over to the Blue Palace to make the acquaintance of the Enchanter. Ah, nope. Kinlen is still finding her way around.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Good day.
It's good to see a fresh face. You wouldn't have happened to come from Whiterun, would you?
Unfortunately, I came from Winterhold, from Windhelm. But, I am here because I need some things made up for me. Potions I require.
Take a look.
So let's see if she has anything before we can also make some, but I want to see if she has anything particular of interest here. Stamina. We're going to take that. These stamina potions are something that we go through like water, basically. So we always get those where we can. The rest of them we'll have her make.
Don't forget me next time you need herbs and potions. Ah, welcome to Angela's Aromatics. Can I help you with some herbal needs?
So
Take care now.
She is not showing up, actually.
Mike is always in search of calipers, yet he finds none. Where could they have gone?
He said calipers. That's a joke, I think, from previous games.
Be careful.
Yeah, okay, we'll just ignore that. So what we're looking for here is I want to add an NPC to NPCs Can Craft, which is what I use. Oh, really? Okay. No, I just want to... Oh, it's a power. Silly. I knew that. Yes, there we go. So that will add her to NPCs Can Craft. You only need to do that once. You could have the mod go through and automatically add NPCs, but I prefer for it not to do that because I only want it to add alchemists. Then you go over here and you pick what you want her to be. She's going to be an expert alchemist. I don't know who the master alchemists are in Skyrim. Do you know? That'd be a good thing to know. But anyway, now it will allow me to buy something from her. I mean, have her craft something. So I go back here to her
something for a
menu,
potion?
click on services, click on, she can actually reveal effects for you, which is one of the things I loved about this mod. Because, I mean, the days of my characters eating giant's toe and troll fat are just not going to happen anymore. They're over. So she's going to brew a potion. A little pop-up will come up here, and it will ask what type of potion you want to specialize in. To be honest, I still don't quite understand what that means. And then I can go over here and I can just make the potions, just the same old potion menu here. We're going to make, and each potion costs money. Nope, I went to craft. There we go. Each potion costs, this potion is costing $189, or, well, dollars, coin. And I'm going to make quite a bit of those. Maybe 3 more. And then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to make another potion using Blue Dart Wing and Imp Stool. I'm going to make 12 of those. And when you run out of money, you just can't make the potion. It will give you a message saying you can't make it. So now we can leave the alchemy table, go into our items here, and we'll see I have 12 restore health, 12 restore stamina. And so, and I'm down to 580 gold. Being an adventurer is expensive. One of my character's favorite places to be,
cold at bay with our spiced wine.
Kinlen's favorite places to be, is to come here to the Solitude Market. She loves to order books from listens to letters. Whoa, I think I just saw that. Yep, I thought I did see that cow doing some shenanigans.
Wine, the taste of home and heart.
Good morning. A pleasant day to you. One of the toughest challenges in this particular Let's Play was getting Kinlen to...
Dad, you're it. Oh, I'm hungry. Can we get some food instead?
I need to reset her walk speed again. Was getting Kinlen's voice set, and then changing Kinlen's voice as if Kinlen was doing it herself, changing her voice to
Father says I shouldn't play with you anymore.
Keep your hands to yourself.
to get her to sound like Cayman. And that was really difficult. That was a real challenge. First I had to get her voice set and then lower her voice. So this is Kinlen's voice. A pleasant day to you. Very solid and square and with a slight slowness to it. And then I had to take that voice and bring it down and give it a kind of an accent so that she now sounds like Cayman. My name's Cayman. Yeah, it was tough. And I'm really proud of it. Really proud. Really, really happy with how that came out. So we have discovered the Blue Palace. Look at that. Oh. Kinlen has been very impressed with... Oh, there's some clipping there between 2 mods. That's the Dawn of Skyrim and Drinking Fountains of Skyrim. Those 2 mods are conflicting, but it's fine. So let's see what's in the Blue Palace and if we can find the enchanter. I am here seeking enchantment services.
Steward
Good day.
Firebeard, I gave you the names of some Talus worshippers yesterday. Why have they not been arrested for heresy?
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafingar's people will always be safe under
Your
my
Eminence,
rule.
my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
We lost another 5 guardsmen, my Jarl. If General Tullius continues to conscript our men and send them off to battle, we'll have none left to protect the city.
Yes, I know. The General acted with my blessing. It is vital that we bring Ulfric to justice. But that cannot happen until his army of Stormcloaks is defeated utterly.
Told you that, did he? I'm sworn to protect you, my Jarl. But I'm the last line of defense. The first line is the walls around the city. The men who patrol them.
That vacant stare, the wistful look. If Jarl Elisif was any deeper in contemplation, she would be twirling and chewing her hair while humming some awful barbarian Nord tune. Multiple tasks at once.
Excuse me.
Be quick. I have little patience for mundane concerns.
In your opinion, what intellectual...
I understand that you are the court wizard. You may have heard of my arrival. I am Kinlen Tullius. How long have you been the court wizard?
I was a member of the court during the reign of Torg's father. It was Torg who appointed me to the position.
And
so you and High King Torg were close?
Very. I helped raise him. Oh, I could not have been more proud to see Torg on the throne. He made a fine king.
It must be most taxing indeed to be the Jarl of Solitude when folk...
Then, you can enchant or disenchant items, I take it.
And has to occasionally tell Elisif how to put on her shoes.
Okay, so let's see if I can disenchant something with her using honed metal. Do I have anything? Huh, where did I put my... I don't want to disenchant that. Oh, yes. I remember. Okay, a quick moment here. We're going to make a quick side trip here. There's some boots that we picked up some time ago, and I had to redo all of that content. And I lost the boots. They were, I think, called Boots of Snagging. And they were part of Winter Mist's enchants. So I'm looking to see if we might be able to, there we go. If I might, oh goodness. Look at this. Oh goodness. This I will not be able to do in this episode, but I'll just show you some of the things that are in here. I believe they were like fur boots of enchanting or something like that. Anyway, this is all the enchantments that come with Winter Mist enchants, a small part of them. As you can see, there are 15 parts, and we're in part 12. So I think we'll have to do this at another time.
Seated idly on a dead husband's cushion.
Or I think what I could do is I'm going to tab out right here, pause recording, find those boots, and then I'll bring them in, because they were very good boots for Cayman, and I would prefer for him not to lose them, because as far as I'm concerned, even though I had to redo that part of the content, Cayman still found those boots fair and square. And they basically snatched magic from an opponent and used it to rebuild stamina. And they were really neat. So I'm going to find those and then I'll be right back with you. Yay! Found them. So if you know the name of the item you're looking for, finding it using the mod I'm using called Add Item Menu is really easy. The boots were called Leather Boots of Snagging. And you'll see those, I think it's in episode 4 or 5, when we're searching the shipwreck up north. So using that word, snagging, I can do an item search, and the boots are right here. I can grab those boots, and now let's see if we can get Sybil
I have so very many ways to deal with people. Very few of them pleasant.
I don't know if I would have wanted my child raised by her. All right, she is going to, hopefully we should be able to disenchant these, since she is now going to be our enchanter. Kinlen trusts her, more or less, just because that's really her only options. It's the only enchanter in town, and her home base now is Solitude. Okay, so let's take these leather boots of spell snagging. And you can see that here they are, well, I can't see. Oh, here they are. When struck by a hostile spell, restores stamina equal to 5% of its base cost. That's pretty important. Cayman did not like mage users. Kinlen is the same, though she was playing up the severity of it. If her life depended on it, she knows a small healing spell that might turn the tide that she would use, but for the most part, she still believes that her sword is the best weapon, and people who choose to fight with magic are basically chickens. All right, so we're going to put these in the chest here, and then the disenchant menu, the enchanting menu should come up.
With General Tullius. There are some issues
And
we must speak about.
so
I'm afraid he's had to reschedule, my grace. By all accounts, waging war takes his every moment.
Also, Kinlen is very very much General Tullius's eyes and ears around Solitude. So everything that's happening right now in the background, Kinlen is keeping an eye on, and she will be reporting back to her father. So we're going to disenchant these, destroy the item, and learn its effect. So now, when we come back, we'll be able to find a perfect item to be able to put this enchantment on. Good day to you. I'm going to turn off her.
I know what you are, Justicar. Don't skulk around here as if your intent is not plainly obvious to anyone who isn't dumber than the puppet on that throne.
Kinlen finds that all of that talk is giving her a headache.
Red Guard.
Good afternoon.
I'd watch your tone if I were you, unless you...
For those of you just coming in, you might be wondering why I'm doing most of the talking in this episode. Well, that's mostly because I want to give you a lot of background. Kinlen will still speak as usual. But we'll consider this to sort of be the background of this character's as we get to know her, now that we've actually got to meet her for real and not as a spy. We're going to head now to do one more thing, and that is present the Helm of Ingol to Kinlen's father. You know, her walk, it's definitely not feminine, but I really like it. I have to admit, she just looks like she's stomping around, a woman ready to take care of business. And she's going to spend her time here in Solitude just until we get our armor order in, which my understanding should come in tomorrow.
I'm bored. Let's play a game. Can't catch me. Father still says she can play with me.
We're also going to go over and look at the board to find things that we can do to build goodwill for the Imperials. That's another thing. Kinlen is an infiltrator, an emissary, a spy, and a soldier.
I'm telling you. Ulfric's
Mike, let me
planning
show
an
you where
attack
you'll
on
be
Whiterun.
sleeping.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General.
Good afternoon.
The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Now, Balgruuf.
Balgruuf
Mike,
refuses
this
the
is your
use of
bed
armed
here.
troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Maik hears many stories of war, yet
So-
few of them are true.
That's fascinating that he said that right when we're here in a place of war. So the tweak options here of amazing follower tweaks should allow us to hopefully set this location as his home, I think.
Draft another letter. This time share some of
Let's see.
Ulfric's plans. Embellish it.
Or maybe not.
Let it seem like it's his idea.
Khajiit will.
Let's try one more time.
Maik carries 2 weapons to be safe.
I
But
could
if
have
one
him wait
breaks,
here, but I
that
prefer
would be
him to
most
recognize
unlucky.
this place as his home. Combat magic pose info. No, that's not doing it. So for now, we'll tell Maik to wait here, and
Khajiit
in
will
between
follow.
episodes, I'll figure out how to tell him to make
Maik
this
is
place his
tired
home.
now. Go bother some. Head on then. I will keep an eye out.
This war will be over.
Have a good rest.
Sir, this is
And
costing lives of
thank you.
Imperial loyalists and Skyrim citizens alike. And it's winning.
Another thing that we need to do is to find a weapon for him. Something that
We must maintain order and put the
will
rebellion
allow him to do
before we have a full-scale war.
battle. A good old sword.
Thank you, Legate. In the future, I'll let you know when your opinion is made.
Sir.
I will have to ask my father for permission to take from the stores. General.
You have your orders, soldier.
Yes, sir, I do. But I would like... Unfortunately, I cannot give him... Gosh, I'm running into all kinds of problems in this episode. I'm using a mod which allows you to give items to different people.
To Whiterun.
Something to report?
Here, right here, it says, I have a gift for you. But that doesn't show up on every NPC. On some of these named NPCs, like Ulfric Stormcloak, I'm unable to give them a gift. So we'll give it to Legate Ricky, and she will give it to General Tullius. So what we're going to do is give her the Helm of Engel.
All right, then.
Thank you. I will be on my way with your orders. Thank you, General. Come, Scout. I know that he cannot refer to me as his daughter in front of the troops, but hopefully he will be able to come and visit me this evening. What? Oh, did you see the shooting star? If you didn't, go back and look. I love the shooting stars.
Stranger.
All right. My last order of business is to see what may need to be done
I've got a
to
little
increase
gift if you're interested, traveler.
Imperial presence in the province. So that I've got a little work if you're interested is Jari Ra. And I don't think she's going to be doing that quest. It doesn't fall within her particular character type. So I think I'm going to disable him so he stops driving me crazy. Let's see what they have. Quests. My father told me to keep an eye out for things that may increase the Imperial presence and goodwill. Looking for armor. Bandit leader. Book collecting. Dwemer artifacts. Wonderful. This is perfect. Escaped criminal. Just the thing that we need. Let me take a look at this quest. Oh, I suppose I have to read the actual document to get the quest. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Ah, Jarl Balgruff and Whiterun, I believe he is. Men and women, a dangerous criminal has escaped from the prison and he has fled to Rederin's retreat. It is imperative that he is brought back alive. Any accomplices in his company, whoever can be disposed of. Perfect. Kinlen, I'll do that for a while. It'll take a while before I get used to it. Kinlen folds the piece of paper up and rolls it up and puts it in her little thigh belt, I guess, for lack of a better word. Scout, I believe it is time for an early bed. That man reeks of ale. Though our skies are the same as they are over all of Nirn, it does seem that the Skyrim skies are so much bigger, brighter, wider. I will not lie, though. I miss Bruma. I miss the Priory. I miss Brother Ramen and all the other brothers in the Priory. But I'm happy to make a new home here, at least for now. Plus, it keeps me from brooding too much about Mother. Let me put some things in the chest. As always, I want to go as lightly as possible. I will need my cloak and backpack. All of the potions I've just made. And food, which is still good. But these dragon claws. They're beautiful. I'll keep them for myself, but all other artifacts I'll give to Father. A pot for cooking, I will clean it out tonight in the wash basin. And everything I need for the next part of our journey. This message from General Tullius. Yes, to the Jarl of Whiterun. And while I am delivering it to him, I will also take care of his problem of the escaped convict. But for now, to write in my journal for bed. Kinlen opens her journal, peruses it, and she remembers the message that she got when she first arrived in Skyrim. I am glad that you made it to Riverwood. Word has reached me that you are on your way to Windhelm. Perhaps you may find something of use at the wreck of the Winter Wall, which is east of Windhelm. P.S. I hope those swords are holding up, ancient as they are. Father. Father wrote me both of these notes. And he always used his code, his initials, P.S., which most people would think was a postscript, but instead, it stood for Patronus Sol, my father's first and middle name. But I did a good job in pretending that they were from my supposed contact, Ralof. Oh, I felt sad betraying him. He's obviously a good-hearted man. That's why I gave him the shield. When we were in Corvinjund, and I finally had the coveted jagged crown that my father had sent me to retrieve. Yes, well, war, it's not pretty, and one cannot rely on being friends, particularly if they're on the other side. Tomorrow, I will go and say my prayers in the temple for those of my fellow Imperials that I had to slay while I was infiltrating in disguise. I will be giving their families a gift. General Tullius will be sending off the messages that notify their families of their deaths. I know it is part of the job, and I had to do it, but my heart bleeds for them. Well, as she writes, she considers what she has learned, and she applies what she has learned to her skills. We're going to be leveling up block at this point, as far as we can level it. Don't think we'll be able to get it up to 40. Nope, 36. So that puts our main skills one-handed at 40, block at 36, and heavy armor at 41. And then our speech is at 30. We'll be leveling that up next. We're also going to start leveling up a little bit of smithing so that Kinlen can work on her swords. How do you say? Improve her swords. I imagine that when she's the type of person that was taught by Brother Rahman at the Priory to keep her swords in tip-top condition, but when she's in a city, she will take them to a blacksmith who will level them for her. Make them sharper, improve them. And we're going to end this episode here. Oh, we have a level up. Okay, never mind. Let's do our level up first. Yay! Health, please. Thank you. 1 perk to increase. I think it... let's see what I have in block here. Oh, timed block. Yes. Let's see. This is the whole timed block line. And then it goes also up here. Can move at full speed. I'm not going to be using those. Dominion. Deflect arrows. What is this? While blocking. Regenerate health 50% faster. That might be very useful. And then what's over here? I think this is the power bash line. We won't be doing bashing, yeah. I think what we'll do is come up here. Oh, time slows down if you're blocking during an enemy's power attack. Actually, that would be very helpful too. Okay, so we are going to, we're now blocking more damage, but then I think I'm going to come up here and use quick reflexes next. when we next go up the block tree. Our follower is leveling up, and now we will end this episode here. I am so glad you joined me for this wonderfully fun roleplay. I am loving this. This is a lot of joy, and I hope you're enjoying it as well too. If you are, please hit the thumbs up button below, and if you are really loving it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here in Skyrim in the next episode when Kinlen heads off to Whiterun to handle her first official duty. Not unofficial undercover duty, but official duty from her father and commander, General Tullius. Thank you, as always, for watching.